Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is With Love the Zubs, and we get our lives together on this channel. So that includes healthy habits, healthy eating, decluttering, organizing, and all kinds of fun stuff. So today's video is going to be very simple. We are going to be making some crab cakes, and these are approved in the Hormone Reset diet. And they are also very friendly on the wallet because we are using, as you saw, crab meat that was already canned. I resorted to this because when I went to the store, the fresh crab meat was like $30 for a little 4-ounce container, which was ridiculous. So the can obviously is not as fresh, but it is still pretty good. It is still pretty healthy. And I believe each can was only like $4. And as you can see here is really nice ground crab meat that came out pretty good. So today's video is going over this recipe, which is in the 21-day Hormone Reset diet. And we replace the fresh crab with the canned crab. So kind of makes it like a poor man's crab cakes, if you will. But they came out absolutely delicious. So you're going to use your 2 cans of crab meat. You're going to use eggs, and then you're going to season that. I'm using chili powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, cilantro, and then kind of mixing all that in. And then the mixture that you saw me chopped at the beginning was 4 radishes, shallot. I use fresh rosemary and garlic. So once you get all that chopped, you kind of mix it in, and then you use 2 eggs to kind of create the little patties. You do want to zest some lemon in here, and then add some lemon juice just to make it so much more tangy and delicious. The next thing that we're going to do is just kind of mix everything together. And when I was mixing this, I did not drain the crab meat super well, so it was a little more liquidy. I think if I make these again, I may just use 1 egg, or just kind of make sure that everything's very well drained. But because of this, I did go in with some cassava flour because it is gluten-free. And I did add 2 scoops of that just to kind of mix it in and kind of make it just kind of give it more of a consistent texture. If you're not eating gluten-free, you can definitely add panko or breadcrumbs, probably make it more tasty. But because we are following the Hormone Reset diet, we are keeping it gluten-free and low-cal, low-fat, low carbs, and everything. So once you get your mixture going, you want to just kind of like fry the crab cakes in some olive oil. So we're using very light olive oil, and then you want to scoop those into the pan, and then just kind of, wait for it to get some color after a few minutes, and go in and flip them. So it is a super easy recipe to make. This could even be a nice weekday meal if you're kind of running out of ideas on what to make. This could be something that you add to the rotation maybe once a month or something like that. But there's Shiloh as usual, so make sure you say hi to Shiloh in the comments because that's what he does. He's always following wherever there is food. And then also don't overcrowd your crab cakes like I did here. I did have to kind of reform them again. So again, learn from my mistakes. Just cook a couple at a time just to avoid the overcrowding. But nonetheless, they came out great regardless. So once you get that nice sear, you want to flip these guys. They are a little bit softer, so just be wary that they may come apart. But again, if you use less liquid, you may not have this issue when you're making them. So after a few minutes on each side, these guys are looking like they are ready to come out. So go ahead and put a paper towel so you can drain any additional oil, and then just go ahead and take your crab cakes out. So, depending on how you like crab cakes, you can definitely make these a little bit smaller. I think the amount came out good for us because we were basically just doing it for dinner for the 2 of us, and then leftover lunch. But you want to go ahead and add some additional salt to that, salt it to taste. and even some additional lemon. Some lemon juice never hurts anyone. If you want, you can also create like a little sauce for it. But again, I was keeping it pretty simple because I was following the 21-day hormone reset with this recipe. To plate it, I went ahead and put some arugula on the plate, and then I added 2 crab cakes. And then as a side, I also added some cauliflower rice. Again, super, super healthy meal, very low calories and carbs, very high on protein and all the goodness. So I hope that you enjoy this little 21-day hormone reset meal, and that it gives you some ideas for something healthy that you can make during the week that is, maybe a little bit different than what you usually cook. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I hope to see you on our next video.